Day 52, doing my resupply in Damascus, but this gives you an idea of what this time is all about. Day 45, and I am at the station at 19E Hostel. And I realized I hadn't done any videoing today because I've been doing all my chores, like resupply and making sure I ate a lot of food and getting myself organized and all that stuff. So I'm going to do that, but there was a breakthrough today, and I can tell you about that. Let's see. Maybe I'll show you the, well, actually you can see behind me. This is what the place looks like. But basically, I contacted Faro to find out why my mileages were different from everyone else's, and it turns out, to make a long story short, I downloaded the app a long time ago, like a year and a half ago, and that's not the way that they do it anymore. And when they got back to me, they said for heaven's sakes, you shouldn't be able to see what you see, and you download individual sections of the trail now instead of what you have for the whole thing. So I did that, and my information's a lot better, and all my comments are up to date, and it's pretty exciting. But I was a little bit worried about messing with it because I was afraid I would screw it up, and then I would be in real deep trouble. So I'm not, and everything's looking good, and I'm getting better data now, so that's really good. These guys are also at the hostel. I heard them making a lot of noise last night. One of them was dopey donkeys. And there's some turkeys up there, some chickens. Got everything here. Oh, here they come. They think they're gonna get fed. No. Nothing here, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Yeah, I don't have anything for you. Sorry. Sorry, guys. You're just a photo op. This is gonna go viral. Wow. Day 46. Dawn's overcast with a threat of thunderstorms coming this afternoon. Probably while I'm trying to set up my tent. I have a pretty light schedule today, 10 miles, 10 and a half miles, and 2,100 feet of elevation coming out of the hostel. And it just happened to be that way. So nice morning shot. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I am climbing up. Well, I'm kind of going across. I'm actually still climbing about 1,100 feet into it, and but they're kind of rolling climbs, nothing too steep. It's a very peaceful morning this morning. Haven't seen anybody. There it is, 400 miles.
Hey, congrats.
400 miles on Old Chassis. Jones Falls. Can just barely see. Hope you can see it. Can just see it through the trees here. Right in the center of the picture. It's Long Falls. I was hoping to get a better shot of it, but I didn't want to take the side trail due to, as you can see, the dark clouds that are above us here. Maybe there'll be something a little further along. There we go. That's a better shot. Zoom in as much as I can. That's cool. Said it again, didn't I? I like it. Big Falls. Okay. Let's see if I can get this mount to face the right direction. I see something good coming up. And would like to make sure that, oh, I don't know, we'll see. Okay. Hopefully this is captured properly. But this is what's coming down from the falls. Wow. Makes me want to jump right in. See if I can aim that a little better. See a lot of stuff fetched up on the side of the feeling that this was a raging torrent and it was a lot higher. Oh, there's a goose right there. A couple of them actually. Get a better shot. But yes, I have the idea this was a lot different during the hurricane. But what a different view from the mountains. Yeah, depending upon when something like this comes along, it really makes you want to, well, if this had been at the end of a 5 or 6 day run without a shower or anything, you can bet I'd be in the water, clothes and everything, providing it was a warm day, because these opportunities, when they come up, you got to take advantage of them. Jump in the river, you bet. Gotta make sure I don't fall off the edge while I'm looking and trying to hike at the same time. Just saw something jump into the water there, but it was a frog. Down here in the backwaters. Okay. Now that's what I call a water feature. And did I stick my hat in there and fill it up with water and put it back in my head? You bet I did. I should climb right up there and dive in, but I'm not going to do it. Thinking about it, but not going to do it. There was a bench on the side of the trail, so I sat down, and this is the view. It's quite lovely. I'm extending my mileage today to see if I can get to Laurel Falls, where there are several spots where I'll be able to tent. So we will see. I'm about half a mile away, and I'll let you know what I find when I get there. Well, this looks like home for the night. Really nice little, I have my own little stream over here. That's where the tent's going, and this is the Laurel Fork. Should make sleeping nice. Now, I know if I record this, there's going to be fallout, but I thought I would just make this video before the bad stuff happens. You saw the tent site. I'm basically surrounded by streams, babbling brooks. So set up the tent, put all the stuff in it, went over to the smaller stream, filled up my water bottles, which are for tomorrow and for dinner tonight, and got into the tent, and as soon as I did, it starts to rain lightly. It's supposed to rain tonight, and I knew that. So, you know, it just all worked out beautifully. And today went from a 9.5 mile day, which was what I had planned, to a 13-mile day because the information I'm getting from the Far Out app is so much better now than it was when it was stuck on last year's map. Apparently that was what the problem was, that I had purchased the Far Out app to navigate the Appalachian Trail, and it never updated to this year. I had purchased it a year and a half ago. So my numbers were not corresponding with the people I was hiking with, so I sent the Far Out folks a message, and they got back to me and they said, hey, you're not using the right map anymore. So I loaded the new maps, and now all the comments are up to date. So today I got to my planned destination, and I looked at the next water source up, and the comments at the water source were, oh, great water source, and there's a couple of tent sites there. Be perfect for for tenting. Oh, and that was a mile away, so I went a mile more. Then when I got there, I looked at the next one, because it was still early in the day. I looked at the next one. Oh, nothing here, but the one after that is 2.5 miles away, and it's a great place. So as you can see, I just kept jumping from potential tent site to tent site until it got to the point where I thought I had done enough for the day, and I set up. So I like this. This is how I'm going to increase my mileage, because if I get to my intended destination and it's early, before I had no further information as to what came after that, or not current information anyways. So now I do. So I'm really looking forward. This is going to make my day tomorrow easier, and it will no doubt make my trip to Damascus easier and my trip to Marion easier as well. So really looking forward to the next couple of days, actually next week and a half. So that's the story. It's still raining lightly outside, and I'm all comfy and cozy in here. I have everything I need. I'll have dinner in here, and then if there's a break in the action, I'll go stow the bear can. I'm gonna have to go out and use the facilities anyways at some point, but for right now, all is well, and had a great day. Day 47. Don't see anybody else here. I've got 14.2 and 2300 to go to get to Laurel Forks Shelter. Managed to pack up without any rain. There was a bit of rain, but so my tent body's dry, footprint is dry, pretty dry. The fly is wet, so the fly went in by itself. So we'll see what happens. I may end up having to drop my pack and get my rain gear out. Seems like it might start raining now, so we'll see what happens. According to the sign, this is Hardcore Cascades, and it is day 47. There they are. They're pretty hardcore. My views on this rainy day. Intermittent rain. I'm high enough now, so I'm in the fog. And not much to see. But it's cool. Cool as in, cool temperature, so it's not too bad hiking. I'm 2,100 feet of elevation in and 6.5 miles at, let's see, 10:45. Well, here's something interesting. Almost walked by it. This is something I've seen from other YouTube videos in the past, but was interested to see what it was in up close in person. Looks like it might have been a some kind of a stable, maybe. Wow. Interesting construction for sure. Get another shot from around the other side. Yeah, I'm going with some kind of a house that was meant for animals, maybe. You never know. Wow. Piece of Appalachian Trail history. Too bad. The trees are in the way, but get the idea. I don't think that's Laurel Forest, but I'm headed that way. Day 48. This is my campsite last night. I'll get over here and show you the whole thing. Pretty sweet. Did not have a fire, but could have. And there's the trail right there. So, cannot complain. Got a decent sleep last night. Got, so have 6.4 or 6.5 miles and 1,900 feet to get to Boots Off Hostel, where I've rented myself a camping spot. And that allows me to shower and do laundry, and I get a shuttle into town so I can resupply for the next leg into Damascus. Then I'll do a little planning while I'm in there as well. So onward and upward. I believe that's Lake Watuga. I'll be going down there to Boots Off Hostel shortly. Well, shortly. Still got 500 feet to go and another 4 miles, but sometime around noon, I guess I'll be there. And it's a nice day so far. Just so a little overcast, hazy, but it should turn out to be a nice sunny day in the end. So this is the Boots Off Hostel where I'm doing my resupply, and I'm gonna spend the night here and then head out tomorrow morning. This is the hiker area. Then this is the area outside lounge. Okay.
Oh, I don't want to read it a lot.
This is the, oh, great shot. Perfect. Good morning, it's day 49 and this is Lake Watuga. And I'm walking past it on my way, well, I'm on the Appalachian Trail again after leaving the Boots Off Hostel. And it's raining a little bit, but I think it's going to be a really nice day today. It's going to be perfect for hiking. Got a big day planned today, 3,500 feet of elevation and 13.3 miles. And that's it. So I got to get going. I'll show you the interesting sights as I see them. Hopefully this rain just goes away because I see a lot of blue sky out there. But at any rate, I got to get going. And this must be the dam. I know it's a blocked view for you, but that's what it is. I don't know if I go over that or not. I think I do. Well, we will find out. Well, yes, it looks like I do go over it. So let's see if we can capture that moment. Or those moments. Spent a relaxing day at the Boots Off Hostel, and they basically had everything that I needed. And the only thing I didn't get was a good night's sleep because I was in a tent site that was near the border of the property, and apparently there are some homes there that are maybe vacation homes. People are not there all the time. So of course at 4 in the morning a phone started ringing in one of the houses, and it rang and rang and rang and rang, went on for about half an hour, and then when that stopped finally, the an alarm clock went off, And of course that went unanswered for another 20 minutes. So that was a unfortunate part of my evening. But yeah, here it is. Wow, look at this. Holy Toledo. So that's what the other side of the dam looks like. Wow. And this is what this side of the dam looks like. And I hope I got this right. The Appalachian Trail goes this way? Well, I think so. I think this is still pointed down a little bit. So what else? Let's see. Breakfast this morning was notable. There was a wide selection of cereals. Cereals and milk, whole milk, which was welcome, and fruit. And of course, you know, the hostel owners are former through hikers, so they know that you don't get any of that stuff. In fact, I don't think I've had a bowl of cereal since I started the trail. So it was welcome. And the fruit is few and far between. Was able to resupply. I think I got too much stuff. Well, I don't know if I did. I got a couple things that were excessive, but not too bad. And I think that it'll be fine. I mean, it just weighs a lot. That's all. It always does when you resupply. And of course, today is going to be a lot of climbing, so it's like the double whammy. Oh well. Yeah, so this is the dam. Let's see the Appalachian Trail markings. I hope I didn't just go over this for YouTube fame and glory, but then that it actually is part of the trail. As someone said, oh, there we go, there's one right there. As someone said last night, you don't go too far off the trail before you stop and check the map, because nobody wants to do any more walking than they have to. In fact, some people carry that to the extreme, but I won't get into that. They call it yellow blazing, driving places instead of hiking, but a lot of it is done in the name of slack packing, and you're actually doing the miles, but not necessarily the difficulty of the terrain. But again, I won't get into that because that falls under the category of hiking your own hike, and some people are more they call it extreme. No, I don't know if extreme is right, but they're more traditional in the way that they view the requirements for the trail. And that's what the backside looks like. One of the examples, though, is aqua blazing, which is taking a kayak and traversing what I just did by foot, by boat, paddling, and then calling that part of the trail. And that's something that's commonly done. And it's, I find it interesting. Some people are really excited about it. What does this say? Okay. I'm going to stop here because we're going uphill and you're just going to have to listen to me breathe heavily for the next who knows how long. Come on, poles. There we go. Okay. A nice shot of the lake. Looks like a marina over there. You can see that through the trees. But I'm still climbing, so I can't really turn this thing on and let it run. But maybe when I get to the top of this hill, I'll be able to do something with it. Well, it's a little early for lunch, but I'm going to show you where I'm going to park and have lunch anyways, right here. So here I am on the trail. And this is where I'm going to sit on that rock, have my lunch. I haven't seen any of these guys since I was very young. We used to find them in my grandfather's woods in New Hampshire. And of course, we were always strictly warned to look and not pick. But I think these are lady slippers is what they're called. Wow, 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 wow. Beautiful and brings back memories. So there's a couple of them right there crossing each other. The end of Watauga Lake, perhaps? I don't know. Just interesting opening in the woods. And it's such a sunny day, I thought I'd break out the sunglasses for the first time. And it's really nice. But it just gives you an idea of what the day is like. It's beautiful. And with this little breeze, feels great. Day 50. And it is another nice day. In fact, it's probably going to be another warm day like yesterday. You can just see the last lake that I passed after Watauga. But this is what I'm walking past. I slept in a nice little unofficial campsite last night. It was a campsite, and it had a spring that was nearby, so it met all my requirements, and I got good sleep, so can't complain. Let's see, so today should be interesting. Today was supposed to be an 11-mile day with 2,000 feet of climbing, but I can add another 3 miles to that, and I'm not sure how much climbing will be involved, to get to another unofficial campsite and shorten up my long leg headed into Damascus for tomorrow. And I think I'd like to do that because that'll make that day. That day was supposed to be like a 17-mile day, but mostly downhill. If I can shorten that up a little bit today because I have time, then I'll do it. And if I don't, well, then it's back to the original plan. So we'll see how it goes. Looks like today's going to be nice. And I'll, if I see exciting stuff, I'll shoot it and send it along. Okay. See if that's going to work for us this morning. hopefully. This is a particularly what they call cruisy flat section. And it kind of makes sense because I've already done 600 feet of elevation and only 2 miles, and the day was supposed to be 11 miles and 19, so there's going to be a lot of flat walking or descent in the day. But let's talk about eye protection. So I just started wearing these guys yesterday because it was such a warm day. I thought maybe I'd be more comfortable. And yes, it's better for you to wear sunglasses when it's really bright out to protect your eyes. But what I didn't realize was I get up early. That much I realized, yes. But because I get up early, I get on the trail around 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm usually the first one out here. And there are spiders who work industriously, I'm guessing in the evening, to build spider webs across the trail. And the way they do it is they hang from a branch and they let the breeze blow them across the trail, and they attach themselves to something on the other side, and they're able to snag prey that way, apparently. But if you're the first one out on the trail, you're the one who knocks all those spider webs off, and ultimately, or inevitably, they end up in your face, in your eyes, in your nose, in your mouth. So when I put these sunglasses on, I realized that, and the ones that are most annoying are the ones that get you in the eyes, of course, because you got to sweep them out. And sometimes they come with spiders attached, so they're hanging from your face. They're little tiny things, but anyways, sunglasses or any kind of eye protection will prevent that from being a problem. Great. Second thing I realized is that depending upon what altitude I'm hiking at, there will be small swarms of the little, I don't know, no-see-ums or midges, or they're some cousin of the black fly, but they're not as vicious as the ones in Maine. But they like to buzz around your face, and I don't think they intentionally mean to, but depending upon how you're moving, you might get them into your eyes, and that's a problem, because then they struggle furiously to get out, and it's irritating. So glasses prevents that from being a problem as well. So can't believe that I went almost 50 days without wearing these glasses I've been carrying. They don't weigh much, but I was thinking about sending them back. Now, I think maybe they're going to be a pretty valuable piece of equipment. And so I'll be wearing them on a daily basis and hope that I don't destroy them. They are safety glasses. They're just basically sunglasses meant for mowing the lawn. Buy them in bulk packs. But I am a convert. So that is my treatise on eye protection, sunglasses on the trail. Well, I just did an entire clip on sunglasses, and I didn't have the video turned on, or else I turned it off when I put it in the mount. That happens, and I can't tell if it's running.
So I'm going to go through it all over again, even though the viewer is none the wary for that. But if I sound irritated, that is the reason. So today looks like it's going to be a lot of flat and down. I've already done 600 feet of elevation in the first hour, and there was only 1,900 to cover today in 11 miles. And then I might add on some if things go well at the end to get a little closer to Damascus. But I wanted to talk about the revelation I had with wearing sunglasses. Yesterday, it was a really warm day and very sunny, and the leaves are not completely out on the trees, so we're not completely shaded. So I got sunglasses out. I've been carrying them for 50 days. I was getting ready to get rid of them because I never wore them. And what I discovered was, in addition to protecting my eyes from the sun, which is a good idea anyways, they also protect me from the spider webs that are on the trail. Now, I get up early, and I'm usually the first one out on the trail. And the first one on the trail has the dubious honor of knocking down all of the cobwebs that get, all of the spider webs that get formed overnight. I guess that's when they do it. These little tiny spiders hang from branches, and they let the breezes blow them across the trail, and they attach themselves to the other side, and then they make a bunch of threads across the trail. So they do it at all different heights. But inevitably, if you're the first one through, you get them all over yourself, including across your eyes and your nose and your mouth. And sometimes they come with spiders attached. They're little tiny things. They don't cause any trouble, but it's annoying. And you got to clear them out of your face. So what I realized was I'm wearing glasses. That eliminates the problem of getting cobwebs in my eyes in the morning. How nice. So there's a second thing that it also really helped with, and depending upon the altitude I'm hiking at, there are little swarms of no-see-ums or midges or some cousin of the black fly, not as vicious as the ones in Maine. But they like to fly in front of your face. And if you, depending upon how you're moving, you're going to get one in the eye eventually. And it's not good because they struggle furiously, and it's very irritating. So the glasses help a great deal with that as well. So I will be wearing glasses, some kind of eye protection, probably sunglasses, for the foreseeable future. And I'm quite happy with the discovery. Just wish I had thought about it earlier.
Here's one of the more photographed icons on the Appalachian Trail, the barn with the AT symbol, and I'm going to walk right by it in a minute. But I just got some trail magic from Just Joe and had some excellent conversation with him. He's a native of this area, and he is a really interesting guy. Told me the story about a grave marker that was a couple miles to the south of here, one of his distant relatives who is a hermit, and on the grave it said, lived alone, suffered alone, died alone. And he told me the story about how this relative of his went off to California, came back and was treated really badly on the way back. It was robbed and beaten and that kind of thing, and pretty much turned off to society, and lived alone up on the mountain and was buried there as well. And it's become like a monument of the Appalachian Trail, and I wish I had video of it because now I know the story, but I think I should be able to find it because it is a very photographed place. What a day! There's the back of that barn, but just take a look at this. I'm just doing a 360 here. There's the trail I just came up, but look at this day. Look where I am. So I'm about 20, I want to say 25 miles from Damascus right now. And and maybe it's just because I'm I think that this is true, but it feels like we're more populous, closer to population. People are really into the trail here for sure. I know Damascus is big trail town, but it feels like big support from the locals as well as the trail community. So gonna be interesting to see what Damascus looks like, and I got to keep going in order to get there. Day 51, and you can see kind of cloudy today. Rained a little bit on me. I'm wearing the sweatsuit today. Here, I'll give you a shot of that. Yes, the sauna suit. You get just as wet inside as you would if you didn't wear it, but it keeps some stuff dry, so got to do it. But look at this building. I remember hearing that this is an emergency shelter only, but this has been around for a while. Man, oh man. But you could definitely put a couple people in there if you had to. Yeah, maybe two. But I'm guessing there are certain circumstances where that would be a very welcome sight. Just back up a minute, show you here. So I'm on my way into Damascus. I've got about half the elevation done, which is only 2,100 feet today. And 15 miles is going to be the total tally by the time it's done, and I'm about maybe 4 miles in now. So, and let's see, this is what I keep looking at, is this fine watch. GPS watch tells how far I've gone and how many. Oh, it's giving you it's backwards. Hang on. There we go. So that tells me how many feet I've gone up so far, heart rate, the amount of time I've been hiking, and the mileage that I've gone. And it's all by GPS. So anyways, got a ways to go. 11 miles and another 1,000 feet to climb, and then something like 4,000 feet to descend. And I'll be there. So I will check in later. Hopefully this rain event was supposed to pass by, and it's supposed to be a nice day in the afternoon, so we'll see. Well, what do you know? Look at that right there. Tennessee, Virginia state line. Well, we're entering Mount Rogers National Forest, which means we're in Virginia, so 3 states down. That is awesome. Milestone event. Well, I made it. Iconic sign welcoming you to Damascus. And that's where the AT goes. And here it is, the birthday celebration. All
Happy
right.
birthday, 62.
Yay.
Happy 63, 62.
Don't know if I took pictures of the end of the day here, but this is the hostel in the backyard. This is the lounge area where I've been hanging out, talking to the proprietors, and that leads into where the laundry's done and the bunk rooms. But it was a very relaxing stay, a good conversation, and unfortunately the upload speed was so slow that the videos are not uploading very nicely, but otherwise very nice.